All right, super excited to introduce you guys. We have BrashVolksdragon as our runner, and again, John Tabin on the couch for commentary. So, Brash, if you have anything else to say about the game before we start, otherwise, you can go ahead and count down and we can get this run rolling.
All right, how's everybody doing? My name is BrashVolksdragon. As Trixie mentioned, I'm joined today by John Tabin on commentary.
Hi, I'm John.
So I'm still pretty new to this game, but I'm going to do my best to give you guys a fun run. So I'm going to let John handle a majority of the speaking for this, and I'm going to focus on doing the best I can to get through in a timely manner. So we have a countdown: 3, 2, 1.
All right, and since Brash is somewhat new to the game, he's going to be doing one of the safer routes. There are a lot of ways you can route this game. You can go to level 1 first, 2 first, 3 first. 3 first is the fastest. 2 is a little safer because of basically you're almost guaranteed to leave level 2 with bombs, so it makes it easier to route from there. So that's where he's going to be heading first. This is any percent no up in A. Immediately, everyone's going to say, "What's up in A?" If you pause the game to the sub weapon menu screen and press up and A on controller 2, that's like an instant death warp. So that's banned in this category. It actually can save quite a bit of time on 2 first routes, but we're not going to do that. We're just going to walk everywhere. So he's just making his way through the forest here. Pretty uneventful, and in a couple screens we'll be in level 2. So first off, he's going to kill some ropes here. We need the keys for this run are pretty well routed. So we know exactly what we want, what keys we need later, and what rooms we need to kill for keys, and what rooms we want to skip. So he's gonna this room of Gurias here. He's gonna farm for bombs. He didn't get a bomb drop, unfortunately, which will slow him down a little bit, but not a huge deal. Their key from this Moldorms here, and then we'll have to kill a rope room here to open a shutter.
Good 5 drops.
Yeah, Brash is going to be buying the blue ring, so the money farming is pretty important. So 19 rupees out of level 2 is pretty good. So the boss level 2 is Dodongo. When I was a kid, I always thought you just had to feed him 2 bombs, but actually if you smoke him like that and stab him, you get a guaranteed bomb drop like you just saw Brash do, which is nice because we need some bombs. And we're done with level 2. All right, so now we have some errands to run on the overworld, mainly for safety. Because he's going to be getting the blue ring, he's going to need some extra money, and he's going to get the white sword, which will double his offense as well, which some of the faster routes will skip. And to get the white sword, you need 5 heart containers. So he'll grab that here too. It's on the way back.
Oh right.
Where you headed?
I gotta get the heart container.
Yeah.
If I could just pop in for a donation read real quick.
Yeah,
We
go
did
for it.
receive a donation from Cyrade saying unlock Celeste hype. So we do have more dollars going into that goal to unlock that bonus game number 3, which is Celeste Farewell, raced by Frozen Flagon. So you guys have an opportunity to unlock that bonus game! Donate in the chat to donate. And I do just want to say that if you missed a cool run or a segment or your favorite host, or you just want to watch the entire marathon once over again, you guys, all the videos for the event are posted on the YouTube page after the event concludes. So !YouTube and subscribe so you'll be able to see those runs in the future.
All right, so while we were reading the donation, he got the blue candle, which will let him pick up some other secrets. He actually didn't get the secret in the northeast, which most people do at this point in a blue ring route. I don't know if you're buying the ring later or what.
I'm going to grab the ring before 7.
Oh, okay. So a little bit, the traditional blue ring route would buy it a little bit earlier in the run, but if you don't need it until later on, you can route it a little differently. So he was reloading that Lionel, hoping for a better spawn, and it didn't work out so well for him. But hopefully, 1.5 hearts will be enough to get us to level 1, which is where we're going next.
Yeah, he was not cooperating.
Now, when you enter level 1, you'll notice there's a locked door at the top of the room. He's going to leave. And the door is unlocked, so it's a free key. Takes about 6 seconds. It's not the fastest key, but it's faster than some of the alternatives that would enter other rooms and so forth. So it's a nice nice free key savings there. Kill another room for a key, and we're gonna a couple more key drops. They're just gonna open the doors right in front of us, basically, and then we'll get to the bow.
Nice clock drop at the end there. I love that.
Yeah, the way the random drops work is there's actually a table of there. Without getting too deep into the weeds, the enemies are all divided into certain groups, and they have a chance to drop something. And for example, so that clock had a 40% chance of dropping from that Korea, or 41% chance of dropping from that Korea on that particular kill, which it's just a coincidence. It happened to be the last one, so it didn't actually help them. But so. Last enemy often has the clock. There are also some force drops if you killed 10 enemies in a row without getting hit. On a 2 first route, that's not nearly as important. It's on the 3 first routes, you have to keep count to really get anywhere. But White Sword makes Aquamentus pretty easy. 3 hits and he's down, and we're out of level 1.
Just getting a little nervous with half a heart there. Glad I got through.
Yeah, I didn't want to say anything and jinx it, but never any doubt. So we're going to collect a few more things on the way to level 3. There are a bunch of different blue ring routes. Some people get the heart here. Some people leave it for a potion later. Brash is going to grab a potion on at a later cave like that. And what he did there to cross that river, it was called a screen scroll. You had to get on a particular pixel, which is about 5 from the edge. Although depending on your TV, it's a little bit fuzzy. And you have to hit up or down for exactly 1 frame. So basically, the way this game works is Link moves on a grid, and the game will snap you to either a full tile or a half tile. And what the screen scroll does is it basically confuses the game into snapping you to the tile and skipping over the pixel that triggers the screen transition, so you can walk right through and can clip through blocks using the same principle.
If now is a good time, I have a couple donations to read.
Sure.
We did receive a donation from Wolfie for $50 saying, "Hey Brash, good luck with your run." So thank you so much, Wolfie, for that donation. And then we also do have another bid war for the next Zelda game, Oracle of Ages Randomizer, for that file name. And we got a $5 donation to name the file Bleps.
Thank you, Wolfie.
See a question, chat. What's up, A? I did explain it at the beginning, but just real quickly, it's basically means no death warping. It's up and A is a continue warp that's built in if you press up and A on the controller too when paused. So, for example, in an up A category, you would pause and press up A at the raft, and then continue from the start of level 3 instead of walking all the way back, and it would be like 3 seconds faster. On 2 first routes, you could actually up and A at the white sword and do 3 before 1, and it would save a bunch of walking. But Darkwing Duck for many years was the top Zelda runner, and he always preferred to route his speed runs without death warp. So this became by far the more popular category, and still is. And oh man, Handla is a bit of a jerk. Alright, we got him. Unfortunately, Brash is leaving level 3 with 0 bombs. He is going to need to get bombs before he can go into level 4, because you need bombs to proceed through level 4, and there's nothing that will drop a bomb inside level 4, so we might have to do some farming on the overworld here.
Yep.
These blue moblins are in the bomb dropping group. That heart means the next one has a chance. Okay, heart. This one's a bomb chance, and it didn't drop. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Well, should have a bomb chance next if we. The Forced Rupee on 10 actually overrode a bomb chance there. And then he missed another random one. I think if I counted right, we're at 8, 9, 0. This one should be another chance. Oh, no, I'm off.
I got hit.
Well, I also lost. I was trying to track the globals, but I lost count. There it is.
Yeah,
All right.
I'm gonna get the meat because I always forget to get it.
Okay. Yeah, so a lot of blue ring routes will buy the blue ring at this point. I see. So instead, you're buying the meat now, and then you'll buy the blue ring before 7.
Yeah.
Well, that makes sense. So arrows here or on the coast?
I grab them here.
Yeah.
Depending on how my drops go, I'll either grab both hundreds or just one.
Yeah, I mean, I think with the free rupees and 4 plus the hundreds, you're set. All right, so level 4, you notice we needed the raft to get here. That's why we had to do 3 before 4. There's certain rules. The game isn't strictly linear, but there are certain rules. You have to get the raft to get to level 4. So 3's almost always done before 4, unless you're doing something like reverse dungeon order, in which case you go into 3 and come out and come back and finish it later. But and then and in 4 we're gonna have to get we're gonna have to get the ladder, which will allow us to cross some of these water tiles you see.
Is this a good time to read some donations?
Yeah, sure.
Okay.
Oh, nice. Actually, one thing. He actually stored a bomb there when he bombed the Keese in the NSU room, and then stabbed that Zol. That doesn't drop a bomb naturally, but that Keese happened to be the 10th kill, so that's why that bomb came. Go ahead, read the donation.
Okay, thank you.
Yeah.
We did receive a donation from Tempest Mass 1000 saying, Memento Mori, this theme was the driving point behind the literal 1 year channel, Unis Anas, where it served as to remind us time and clocks wait for nobody. Since Oracle of Ages is the best I can think of for a dedication to the now deleted channel, let's name the file Unans as a memento mori for that. So we will go ahead and put that up there for the bid war option. So you guys, if you want to bid on those two, check out that ! donate and put your dollars allocated to whatever file name or a new one that you think of. And then also, you guys, a big congratulations to Team Fastest Furs. We hit 1,000 followers to the channel during this run today. So you guys, thank you so much for spreading the word, for showing up, and for being a part of this event, and Team Fastest Furs. Thank you.
While she was reading the donation, what Brash did there, that dark room, you couldn't see it because it's dark, but it's actually it's a T-shaped room with 2 tiles of water in every direction, so you're not supposed to be able to cross it. What he did with the ladder was it's the same thing as the screen scroll and the block clip. You have to get on a particular pixel on the ladder, and it's a little bit trickier because it's in a different direction, and it can't be buffered with a sword or anything, so you have to do exactly 1 frame on exactly a pixel, and he struggled a little bit with it, but he got it, and so that's how he was able to clip across that water, and that saves several rooms of walking on the intended path. So, and he took down that Gliok dragon. We'll see his big brother later.
Yeah, the next one has 4 heads.
Yeah, but you'll have a better sword. It'll be fine.
That's true.
Don't be scared.
Out of the way, P-hats.
Yeah, you can just hold right on that screen. Okay. So we'll grab this 100 secret here. This will be just to get the blue ring is 250. We saw it in the shop briefly earlier when he bought the meat. And we're also going to collect some more heart containers. The magical sword requires 12 heart containers to pick up, and helps a whole lot in the late game. In fact, thus far is the fastest way for humans to beat the game is to get the magical sword. The task skips it, and there are routes that finish with white sword or wood sword, but no one's been able to do them faster in practice than stopping to collect heart containers. And Brash also wants a potion for safety. If you're playing casually, you'd get the letter and go give it to the old woman and collect 60 some rupees. But that's slower than just getting the free potion from one of these take any caves. So that's usually what we do for safety. And
it's worth one less heart, I say.
Yeah, for sure. I mean, it refills you all your hearts twice. It's,
I'm just gonna get the other hundo.
Yep. So now we're going to go into level 5. This is a bit of a choke point in the run. We need the recorder. It'll beat the level 5 boss, and also you can't get into level 7 without it. So it's going to screen scroll in here.
Olive Garden. Coming up on it.
Actually, in Aaron Truitt's chat in 2017, Arcus was at the time grinding this game, came in and said, someone in my chat said the recorder looks like a breadstick, and I said, so does that make the recorder room the Olive Garden? And Arcus loved that, and he popularized it, and that's how this room got the name.
Oh, I didn't know that. That's a cool story.
No. Yeah, Arcus always named everything after food, so like breadstick, but yeah, Brash's route is a little bit riskier than a lot of beginner routes. It's a little bit because he doesn't have the blue ring. Each of these blue dark nuts does 2 full hearts of damage every time he touches them. They are in the health dropping group, so they might hook us up, but sometimes they just don't.
It does kind of look like a breadstick.
And by the way, the recorder is where Up and A would save, was one of the biggest time saves with Up and A. Is that long walk all the way back can be skipped in categories that allow that. But it does make the back half of 5 quite a bit more dangerous because it's all on 3 hearts, and all these Gibdos all do 2 hearts as well. So. So we're coming up on Dig Dogger. Dig Dogger is not vulnerable to anything. It's a lot of the bosses in the game are kind of puzzles. The puzzles in this is there's an old man in a room that we didn't go in that says Dig Dogger dislikes certain kinds of sound. You find the recorder. You got to figure out that you're not going to be able to hurt him until you blow the recorder. Takes 8 hit points of damage. So that's a bomb does 4 HP and White Sword does 2. So just a couple swings and he's gone.
That was clean.
So now we're headed to level 7. Some routes would buy meat and arrows at this point. Brash already did that, but he's going to buy the blue ring instead, so he's going sort of the same direction.
To my knowledge, this is the only place that sells meat.
There are 3 shops, but they sell them for 100 instead of 60. And the 100% run gets the meat elsewhere. Anyway, so blue ring halves damage, so which is convenient going into level 7 because it's full of Gurias, and each of their boomerang does a full heart of damage with green tunic, but only half a heart with blue ring. So does make it considerably easier. Level 7, another puzzle. It's the speed. Only a couple rooms of required combat in the speed run. It's more dodging. A little pretty tricky to figure out blind exactly which way you're supposed to go because we're only seeing a very small percentage of it in the run, and finding exactly what wall to bomb in here can take people a while. Grumble Grumble puzzle. What could that mean? It means he wants the meat, and we're through that room. The red candles down that staircase. We already bought. You're required to have a candle to finish the run. Some routes will skip the blue candle and get the red candle instead, including the current world record route. Although the world record route up until January got the blue candle, so it's an interesting game to route because there's some choices like that.
Yeah, that's gonna be the next route. Be red. Saves what, 60?
You mean 2 first red candle versus blue ring?
Yeah.
It's more than that.
Oh, no, is it?
Yeah. The 2 first routes that skip the blue ring are about a little over a minute slower than the 3 first routes. The blue ring takes another couple minutes on top of that. So we're done with 7. That Wallmaster room he got through is the main puzzle. There's an old man that says there's a secret in the tip of the nose. You have to figure out that you have to kill those Wallmasters and push that block. So the game has mercy on you and repeats the boss from level 1 once you figure that out, and we're through it. So now he's gonna. This screen scroll is saves a lot of walking actually, because the intended route to get west from here is to go through the Lost Woods, which is you have to go up and then left and then down and then left, and it saves 4 screens of walking to do that clip. So even though he had to reset it a few times, it saved a whole lot of time. And now we get our magical sword, which will do 4 hit points of damage instead of the 2 that the white sword was doing, which will be helpful for level 6, where we're going next, because it's full of Wizrobes.
Yay, Wizrobes. Blue Wizrobes, worst enemy in the game.
Now, Blue Darknuts are much worse once you get used to them, because Wizrobes are somewhat predictable. They're by far the hardest enemy to figure out if you're playing the game blind. But if you practice a lot, you get to the point where the Wizrobes, there's a finite number of things you can do. The Darknuts, it's very fast read and react combat. So clears out the bats, named the Belfry. And then this is the magical breakfast room one. The Darkwing Duck nicknamed the room where we got the ladder the breakfast room because the like-likes kind of look like pancakes. And then I think Black Attack, riffing on that, nicknamed the like and Wizrobe rooms magical breakfast rooms.
I like that. Magical breakfast room.
And some people call one of them magical brunch, but I never remember most people. But I think magical breakfast 1 and magical breakfast 2 are more common. Just because does brunch come before or after dinner? After breakfast? I don't know. I guess after, but don't you usually get breakfast if you're eating brunch? I don't know. Oh, we got a clock. Grab it.
They're kind of bailed out for that room, huh?
Yeah, it's a pretty tough room that made much easier because of some drop luck there. We'll kill these fires for a key. And then the puzzle in this level is the hint is aim for the eyes of Goma. What do you aim with? Well, turns out all you need to do is figure out the arrow, and the boss is free once you've figured out the puzzle. I say free, it is possible to miss him and then have to wait 8 seconds for him to open his eye again. But no problem today. We're through it. It's gonna take you to 4.
Yep. I marked that up.
Yeah. All right, now we're going to land at level 2, which is next to level 8, which is where we're going next. Optimally, you do 2 and 8 right next to each other, but humans don't really do that because 8 is considerably faster if you're overpowered, and 2 is a bomb refill station that's nice to have in the middle of the run. So, and for key purposes, you need 2 early before 7 to reasonably route it. So, end up coming back to East Hyrule, so that we have at least a magical sword, and in this case, a blue ring for these rooms. They're full of blue Darknuts and fireball turrets. Now that we have the magical sword, the blue Darknuts go down in 2 hits. We're through the 2 blue lagoons. If you're doing a 100% run, there's considerably more to level 8 because there are 2 items in here, but neither of them are required to complete the run unless you're 100%ing. So not getting the book or the magical key, which are... It's faster to just route in keys than to get the magical key. And here's the 4-headed Gleeok. But since we have magical sword, it's you can just face tank it and chop it up. It's actually safer to take hits from the green head because it does a lot less damage. So getting right in Gleeok's face like that is pretty good technique. And that's the 8th and final Triforce piece, which will earn us entry into level 9.
Bomb count's good too. 6.
Yeah, not bad. So some people route 2 first routes so they can skip a key here. Brash skipped a key in 4 instead, so he's going to kill this first room for a key, and that will actually be the last key he needs in the run. It takes 3 keys to get through level 9.
Yep.
Is this a good time to read a donation?
Not really. There's a kind of a hard room coming up.
Okay,
but,
perfect. That's why I asked.
And so you getting Patra 1 bombs?
Yeah.
Yeah. So optimally, you just skip this guy, but he drops a static bomb, so you can pick up 4 extra bombs by killing him here. And then this old man says, "Go to the next room." Bomb into what we affectionately call the next room. It's the first of several tough Wizrobe fights in level 9. Now he's going to walk down the stairs. He's going to go over to... he's going to have to get past another Patcher to get in the staircase. You can probably sneak a donation in here.
Sure, just wanted to announce that we are within $100 of unlocking the Celeste bonus game. And for those of you who have been here the entire marathon, know that when we unlock something, usually it means something else is available to unlock then after that. So with the $11 donation that we received, that's going towards bonus game number 3 being unlocked. So we're within $100 after that. I'm sure they have some surprises to share, so go ahead and hit that exclamation point, donate in the chat to make that donation towards that Celeste 3 bonus game, or to either of our naming incentives. Another one just opened up for the Minecraft world name, and then for the next Zelda game, we have a couple names to choose from or if you would like to do a custom name, you can do that as well, up to 5 characters to name that file save.
And so, while the donation was being read, while she was talking, he did an excellent block clip to get past that Patra, which is not that easy. And Made quick work of that reverse C room, which can be pretty tough because the bubbles take away your sword if you get hit. And he's leaving with 4 bombs, which is really nice. There 2 bombs required to finish the run, just to blow up in walls, so he has a couple to spare for combat if he wants to use them. Still got a blue potion in his back pocket. And the silver arrows are required to kill Ganon, as we'll see.
If I can just quick pop in, you guys, Oasis just generously donated the $100 for us to reach that bonus game 3. So Celeste has been unlocked, you guys. Super hype. Let's get some hype in the chat for that. Thank you so much, Oasis.
Are you Oasis?
All right, here's the final Patra. The only one you're absolutely required to kill. There's no way to skip this one. Because we need to open the shutter.
I'm so
Brash gonna go ahead and drink his potion before he goes into the Ganon fight. Anytime the fireballs in Ganon's room, even with blue ring, will do half a heart, and Ganon, even with blue ring, will do 2 full hearts of damage if you touch his body. So, kind of scary to go in there without health. It's gonna take 4 hits with the magical sword to stun him, and then a silver arrow to finish him off. That's 3, and he should turn brown and. Here's Zelda, and get your GGs in chat. That is the first quest of The Legend of Zelda.
Whew, we made it.
And what he did at the end there, he just block clipped around. You can just stab through those fires, but it's more fun to clip in and then hit the fire as you're triggering the end of the game. So you get the Dark Link ending like this with Link in black and white for the finale there. And we got the credits. Are reminded that like 6 people made this game, and thanks. That'll do it for us. Nice run, Brash.
Thanks, John. Thanks for helping me out with commentary, and thanks for Fastest First for having us.